I have Hall of Fame Cris Carter here speaking about the Shedeur Sanders controversy. Let's get into the news.
So what happened with Shedeur Sanders?
Well, a number of things happened. The number one thing that didn't happen was there was not a collusion message with the NFL owners.
Okay, what? Okay, a lot of people think that.
I think there was a collusion message, and it's been stated clear that they don't want them running their league. They're basically showing them, hey, you have no pull over here. You don't get to say where you want to go and do what you want to do, even though other quarterbacks did it. But we all know they were a different skin color.
Because they wouldn't be able to keep a secret like that. And
so they might do it, but they couldn't shut up about it.
They wouldn't be able to shut up about it. But every owner is very, very selfish. Now, why would I do something to my detriment? Like if I need a quarterback and I think this kid is it, what he didn't realize is the guys that have fallen in the draft before, they all had unusual traits. Like they had some superstar qualities to them. Now, some other things happened that made them fall, but Shedeur and his family, they overplayed their hand. Them thinking that he was in the same evaluation mode as Eli Manning, they didn't play that right.
That's my point about the collusion. If you can specify that, then you can know that they kind of had something against them. The way they were working, the way Prime was setting his son up, you know what I'm saying, so he can come in too. It was almost like they was trying to backdoor, priming them about what was going on.
Them trying to narrow the teams that he was going to go to, that didn't do right. Not working out at the combine, that wasn't the right thing. His interview process, obviously he could have done a lot better in that.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people left that meeting, felt he was very, very entitled.
Which meet? Because they said Brian DeBall, Giants coach, had said he didn't like the meeting. He asked him, he had some book, was his playbook or something he was supposed to know, and he said he felt weird about it. I don't know who else said they didn't like the meeting with him. Or were just people behind the scenes saying they did?
Well, the thing about it, they didn't draft him.
I know that.
So it's not the tape. And he likes guys to be a little more open before he lets it go. And he doesn't have a big-time arm. He's not a big guy.
My thing is, I know he didn't do everything right. He didn't do everything 100% correct. But he is talented enough to go higher than where he went. That's the thing with me. So something has to be going on to where they didn't want him in there. They didn't want Dion in there. And they wanted to send a message. They wanted to prove a point. Hey, you don't run shit.
Mm-hmm. So his measurables are not, say, first-round measurables, but he played football like a first-rounder.
But his tape's first-round tape. But his measurables are not first-round measurables.
Well, you don't play football all the time. You're a human being the rest of the time. And how you're going to be in the locker room, how he already came up with this line of merchandise, legendary, like he's already calling himself legendary. All those things are problems. Right now, he's working check to check, man. Like he's not going to get a big signing bonus. There's not going to be a big guarantee. Any day they want to get rid of him in the week, they can get rid of him.
Don't we think Shedeur is smart enough to know he's not at Jackson State and he's not at Colorado?
No.
You don't think so?
I listened to too many of his answers. I saw too many of the outtakes. I saw too many times he was working out with other players, and he said things that I thought were highly questionable.
Why the hell you didn't reach out to him and say that instead of going online with this individual and then talking shit about him? Don't you think that information would have been prevalent to him if you would have told him that before all of this? Reach out to a motherfucker first before you start bashing a nigga. And that's the problem with a lot of people. They won't send a helping hand to you in your time of need. But after everything plays out, they got a lot to say.
When he was working out with Cam Ward, him and Cam Ward, the number one pick.
Yeah.
Hey, man, you want to cut a rap video together? No, I want to be known as a football player.
And he's like, what do you do for fun? He's like, I play football.
Why wouldn't you sit down with people? And something these kids never understand, even if you're a top 10 pick, you're in the NFL for a long time. Yeah. So your interview, your tape, people in the room that see you, someone can like you in the room. They might not draft you 5-10 years later, man.
You're looking for a guy, you're looking to trade. And they remember your interview.
Yes.
The interview you had.
It's a small world.
I agree with that. Inevitably, this is a job. So when you go in there to interview, it's actually a job interview. If you going in there rubbing people the wrong way, I can see it being a problem. But Cris Carter kind of strikes me as a hater a lot of the times. He was a great player in his career, but his opinions, it kind of don't mean much if you not giving me this information before I did all of this. If you supposed to be a good person and you supposed to be friends with his dad, why you just didn't reach out and say, hey, you going about this the wrong way, little brother. Do this, X, Y, Z, and then let's see if you can come out better. But don't come out later and then you want to talk shit about this man when you didn't lend a helping hand.
Thing with Dion and the media and everything, like it's out of control. Like it did not help him. It helped him make money in college because he got followers, but it actually hurt him as far as him getting a job as an NFL quarterback.
You mean as Shedeur, his social media stuff with Shedeur?
Yes,
It hurt him.
Yeah. What else hurt him?
I know you've
Let me tell you what he understands today.
Okay.
He ain't running shit. Okay?
Yeah.
Let me tell you what. They taught him a great lesson.
Okay.
Like, you don't have this figured out. Your dad don't have this figured out.
If he can admit that, then he can admit collusion. He just said right there, openly admitted to saying that they don't run anything. So if the powers that be in football are letting you know that, then they had to conspire against these folks. It got to be collective. Hey, y'all don't draft him. Hey, and y'all don't draft him. I'm not drafting him either. We're going to teach these motherfuckers a lesson. We're going to teach Dion and Shedeur a lesson because they think they running something, and we're going to show them who the real boss is. Isn't that collusion right there? What is he talking about? Well, anyway, that's all I got for you guys today. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys back here in another video.